All right, so here we have the API that allows us to identify and retrieve an individual quiz, or allows us to retrieve all the quizzes. Questions, right? It allows you to retrieve either an individual question or multiple questions, right? So what we'd like to be able to do is perhaps not retrieve all the questions. We might perhaps only decide that we want to retrieve, specific questions, the questions for perhaps maybe a specific quiz, right? If I give you the idea of a quiz, return to me those questions for that particular quiz. And that API was, we had implemented it right here, right? It was this one right here. It was, give me the idea of the quiz, right? And I'll retrieve the questions for that quiz. And that implementation was written in terms of this service, which iterated over all the questions in an array, right? And only retrieved the questions where the quiz ID mapped to the quiz that we passed in. But we don't have that array anymore. We're not going to use that anymore. Instead, we want to use DAOs, right? Now, we know that we already have an implementation that allows us to retrieve the quiz, right? Remember that if we do quizzes, right? This one, right, where we have quiz and we provide the ID of the quiz. Notice that this one already retrieves the entire quiz instance, which actually contains the questions. See that? So if we could rewrite this, this find questions for quiz, basically what we need to do is just do what? Just go fetch the quiz, because we know the quiz ID. We know how to do that already, right? And then we wouldn't return the entire quiz. Maybe we don't want the title, right? We would only return maybe just the questions. How about that? Let's do that. Well, we know we have the implementation of finding a particular quiz implemented in a DAO that does that for us already, right? So let's do that. Let's load here const quizzes DAO. Let's load that DAO. DAOs, the quiz DAO. Quiz DAO, there we go. So the refactoring of re-implementing this would be to, instead of iterating over the array, we would instead my phone just died. That's fine. So the implementation of this find question for quiz, right? The implementation would be that it would use this quizzes DAO, right, to find that quiz by ID. There it is. We have the quiz ID, right? Once we have that quiz ID, what's going to come back is the actual quiz. We have the quiz object. There we have it. You see that? And now the only thing that we have to do is just return from here the questions in that quiz. We can say return the questions, only the questions. See that? And what this is going to do is that it's going to return the questions, right, in a promise, right, in a promise that we then have to unwrap out of here, right? So let's so if we go back and to see the implementation that for the controller, right, we need to rewrite this. So instead of using this implementation, this would be question service find questions for quiz. Let's grab that out of here, right? And so this would not return the questions in a sequential manner. Instead, this would return a then, which would have the questions right here, right? And then we're implementing it this way. And then we close this then, and we have that. I think that's it. Very good. All right, so let's try it out. Let's go to restart the server. Let's head over. Is there a question here? Did the stream just cut out for anyone else? Oh. Are you not? Yeah. Do you not see me?
It cut out for a little bit.
Okay. Can you all see me now? It's still frozen for me. And let me stop.
The screen's fine for me. I don't know if, I guess so.
Let me stop sharing and let's share again. Let's see. My fan, stop this. I'm going to share again. Can you see my screen? Can you see my mouse move?
Yeah.
Can somebody not see? Yes, yes. Okay, great. Thank you. What was I saying? Yeah, so here we have the endpoint, right? That's going to allow us to retrieve quizzes, the questions for a particular quiz. Let's try it out. Let's restart the server, right? And let's head over to the endpoint here. And it's what? We have quizzes, quiz ID, and then the questions. So we have quizzes, quiz ID, and how about questions here? So questions. There we have it, right? So notice now that it's returning just the questions part, right? How about I think there was a quiz that had 2 questions. Let's go back and show all the quizzes. And I think it was this one down here. So let's use this ID for quiz B, right? And so we can retrieve first that particular quiz, right? And then we can just ask only for the questions. Questions. There we have it. So we only have those 2 questions for that particular quiz.